Kill 'Em All, what is widely to be considered one of the most pivotal albums in thrash metal history. When I think of Kill 'Em All, I think of a very aggressive and sharp tone when it comes to the guitar. Their tone was very raw and it was sculpted out of something that was relatively new at the time. JCM Super Lead, I believe.
Hey there, it's Editing Matt here, and I just want to say that I made a couple errors there and some things that I didn't put in. The amp that he was using was indeed a Marshall Super Lead model, but it wasn't relatively new. It was from 1959, and it was paired with Marshall 1960B 4x12, a speaker cabinet, loaded with a Celestian Vintage 30s speakers. I'm pretty sure he also used a Proco Rat distortion in the pedal as a conjunction. This amplifier and Proco Rat distortion was later stolen right before the making of the Ride the Lightning album. But if you guys want, we can get into that in the next video.
But yeah, today, the purpose of this video is we are going to try and be sculpting the Kill 'Em All tone out of the Fender Mustang lt40 modeling amp. This is our starting tone. It's a very warm, tight, dry Fender clean tone, which we all know and love. I don't. And it's just something we've all grown to love. Don't mind the blue lights, I just put those on. So let's start off with something we do know that Kill 'Em All used, which was a Marshall speaker, which I believe would be a 80s rock on the interface of the Fender modeling amp. So let's hear that. So those were some riffs I can think of. Crazy Train I didn't play right at all. But those are some riffs that I can think of when it comes to this type of distortion. Kind of that earlier days of rock, 70s, early 80s era, carrying on into the 90s. Maybe even 60s. So it's a very iconic kind of gain and very Marshall-esque, but we're trying to go for a ripping thrash tone. Not exactly what we're going for, huh? So let's do the first step in getting that thrash tone. Let's spike the gain up, and let's scoop the mids. Now let's see where we are now. Almost there, it seems like. It seems like there's something missing. Exactly do you think that is? A tube screamer, dumbass. Well, guess what? This amp doesn't have a tube screamer. So, we are going to have to make do with the stomp boxes that they have, and let's try them out. So we got overdrive, which is probably something that they would have used. not exactly what we're going for. But there is some stuff on here that you can tweak. It seems like there's level, gain, low, and mids. So let's bump that level up to 10 and the gain up to 10 too. Alright, so immediately we got some feedback there. Let's hear how this sounds. So that is not Metallica. So let's put the low all the way down because we don't really need that, and bump the mids and the high. Hear how that sounds. Something tells me we're not supposed to be using overdrive. Next up is the blues drive. I don't know exactly what this is, but usually for my metal settings on the amp, I like to use a blues drive. And let me show you what the kind of tone a blues drive can get you. That's a very heavy tone, but we are trying to go for kill 'em all here, so it would be heavier anyway. So back to where we were. Here is the blues drive, and let's try it with just stock on the blues drive. We are getting closer, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like what we're missing here, this goddamn watch keeps getting caught on my thing. Let's bump the level up to 10, and let's try that. Forgot how to play it. So I think we need to go for more of a gainy tone, or just more scratchier. So let's probably turn the gain up, and we also got a tone and a blend, which I'm not sure what that does, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that tone down. I don't think that does that add. That's going in a direction I like, but I'm not really convinced by that just yet. What does the blend do? Let's try that out. I'm not sure. It seems to do something though. We definitely have a loss of some clarity, but then again, that's just this modeling amp, I swear. But let's save that and see what we can do to it. So let's add just a very small bit of reverb to give it that kind of roominess that first album had. As you know, they recorded it in a ballroom, so let's check it out. So there's definitely something there that's missing. And I think it's just still the scratchiness. The power chords sound nice. But I think it's this blues drive giving it kind of a fatter tone, shall I say. And the next drive we have up is fuzz, which we are not Cliff Burton here. There's big fuzz, octobot, compressor, sustain, and metal gate, which is not a distortion, it's a noise gate. I don't know why they're calling it metal gate, but the noise gate on this sucks because I don't like that. Maybe all noise gates do that, but you know what? And the one I didn't try specifically is the Myth Drive, because I know this could be our winner. So let's hear the Myth Drive by itself, shall we? Of course, I messed up there because I'm not a pro guitarist, but you could tell we are definitely getting that aggressiveness that we need for this tone. So let's bump up the level up to 10, shall we? And you will immediately notice no fuzz until I take my hand off. That's gonna happen in anything. I have this thing standing on a stool, so it's not exactly grounded, but let's try it. So we definitely have a good starting point with the gain and stuff. We are really getting close to that tone. But I feel like what we need here is more sharpness, more gain, more attack, more all of that. So the gain's already, the level's already bumped up to 10. We're going to go ahead and bump the gain up to about 8.6. And the treble we're just going to leave at 5.5. Let's hear how that sounds. I do notice the octaves aren't exactly working in sync with each other, so let me go ahead and tune this real quick. We are definitely in tune, boys. So back to the Myth drive, because that's where we left off. Let's go ahead and bump that treble up just a little bit to 7.5. So we are pretty close already. We're like very close. I think the last thing we need is maybe just a little bit more gain, which I'm gonna bump up to 9.2, and a little bit more reverb. I already had reverb on there. So let's hear this tone. So after everything, after editing and doing everything, I noticed that Phantom Lord sounded more like the record than No Remorse did. And I think the reason for that could be that they tweaked the settings for every song, and I'm not making a video recreating the tone of every song. I'm very happy with the tone I got, and yes, the playing is a little sloppy. Phantom Lord it's a pretty fast song and complicated. It's not really complicated, it's just complicated in the way you have to move across the fretboard. But the guitar I used in this video was this beautiful 2005 vintage Gibson Flying V with Dirty Fingers pickups. I got it at Guitar Center about maybe a month or two ago, and it's my love, and I love it so much. And yeah, I wish I could pair it up with a nice old Marshall stack. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very painful video to make, and maybe I'll make more like it if you guys like it. See ya.